think it's on. Just checking. Yeah, I think it's on. Okay, so today usually I would stand. Hajimemashite, watashi no namae wa Shinta desu. I am using my space. I'll show you now. So my space is usually like it's not with fabric, but today we're gonna do like fashion and textiles. I've also been knitting. It's a bit of a different kind of situation, but I transform my space into a workable fashion space. I also use this wall. I'm gonna sit over here now. I'm gonna sit. Where am I sitting? Let me just get my positioning right so you guys can see me working on something. Where is it? Yeah, like that. So my stool is there. I have to remember that it's backwards a little bit. My stool is there. I'm here. So I'm going to be working on some sewing today. So you're seeing me sit in my sewing position. But it's the same space. If you haven't seen me do this before, it's probably because I haven't technically done the sewing in the space. And what I'll do is I'm going to start doing like 3 times a week because I need to get back into my exercise. But the main reason why I was technically, I was basically trying to fix up my YouTube channel, which is what I've done. And I think by giving myself that space to kind of like settle into repairing or resolving what aesthetically it was looking like, this was what I had to do. I had to kind of give up one thing. Now I'm going to get back into the exercise that I gave up to start like exercising again. But so you're going to start seeing me kind of incorporate how I work, because I think my music, everybody always sees the music, but they don't see the other sides. Like I train myself when I exercise. I haven't done it in a while because I've been focusing on trying to get things together, but I'm going to get back into that now. I use my space not just for music, but for fashion, because I also do my Poshmark. And if I turn the channel around, I guess it's a channel, welcome in. This is my fashion section, but I'm going to just show you what it looks like before. If I move it this way, my music section is here. So I have 2 sections of my space that I use for different things. So my room, it's a room. This is a room, make no mistake. This is a room, and I've put it in a position where I can use it for multiple things. Okay, so today I'm going to finish my sewing section. And starting tomorrow, I think in the morning, I'm going to do my exercise, because I've been lacking in the exercise department for a long time because I've been focusing in on my setup on YouTube. I needed to fix my YouTube channel, which is what I've been doing, okay? And the music you hear, obviously, is the stuff that I've produced. I prefer to have my music playing in the background because I don't get caught into the copyright claims, which is huge on social media, right? That's like a big problem. You can't be doing music or using music from other people, especially if you're doing like a live, more specifically, okay? So I'm going to be doing my sewing today. So now you get a chance to see me sew. And sewing is useful even for people who produce, like, if you have a recording studio space and you need to build your soundproofing, I build my soundproofing. I use my fabric skills. I'm not going to take it down right now, but I have a video or a live where I've actually shown people how to build your own soundproofing. But having a sewing machine is just as important, right? Let me know if you can hear me. I think it's working. Okay, let me just do this side. So I am doing my sewing day today. This is a sewing day. And textiles. In fact, a lot of the, I studied a little bit in a fashion university in South Africa called Lysoff. They also have London School of Fashion, oddly enough, happened to be one that's also in London, but they have a a sector in South Africa, obviously. So that's the whole. So I studied there for about a year, but before that I was also in fashion. So yeah. So now you see the other side of me. This is the other stuff that other people see me do, like in other fields outside of the music, right? So you guys are getting a chance to see all sorts of things about what I do. Sorry, I cannot see. Hey, how you doing? How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, I'm jumping around today. This is the first thing that I haven't really shown people the sewing side. So I'm sewing today. Oh, happy Earth Day, everybody. I forgot it's Earth Day today, right? Happy Earth Day. Green is good. Green is a good thing to do. I don't do it. Yeah. Green's, I'm using green. Green is my Earth Day colors. Sorry if I'm not going to be too talkative today. I just want to get some stuff done. What I will be doing tomorrow is I am going to get back into my fitness. I have fitness equipment from home, so I'll be doing that in the morning. Just getting back into a routine because it's been a while since I've really had my routine. And I've been focusing on my YouTube channel, fixing up. If you've gone into the front section of my YouTube channel, you get a chance to see how I've reconstructed the space. If you guys need help learning how to do that, just let me know. I will help you guys. No problem. I can show you guys how it's done. I think I have a few videos that I've spoken about that. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm working on lots of different things. I don't just focus on music. This is why I thought I should do this channel, because I wanted people to see that you don't have to have one skill to make a living. You can do like multiple things, which I think I've been doing my whole life. This is nothing new for me, but I think other people might not have experienced it. So I'm giving you guys an experience to see what it looks like for people who have more than one skill. It's okay to branch out. It's okay to be somebody that has multiple areas of interest. I don't think you should just, everybody talks about, oh, only focus on one thing. I was like, that's not how to do life. I'm 46. So at 46, at being 46 years old, I've experienced enough life and had many jobs to know that life is about exploring different avenues. And I think that this is what this channel is about, is to show people that you can do it, and you're allowed to. You're allowed to. This is your life. This is your freedom, and you have a choice to decide how to go about doing it. So that is what I'm doing right here. And I just hope I'm inspiring people. That's all, right? I hope I'm an inspiration to help others branch out to different types of things. Oops. That's a bit tight. Something's caught. And obviously, sometimes the sewing machine, just like other instruments, something also needs to be worked on here. Okay. Oh, it pulled a little bit. Whoops. This is, oh, and if you're looking for materials, I get my materials from all sorts of places. This stuff I actually got from Poshmark. And then on some, this is also from Poshmark. So on occasion, this This is mohair with silk, and this is a polyester. And I think I spoke about unilke on a few different, that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I don't say you are having that's fine. Be yourself. That's what I say. Be yourself, be happy with who you are, and express yourself in certain ways. Okay? So it's almost like a semi-kimono, right? I'll just put this on quickly to show you what this looks like. It's a green day, right? It's literally a day for green. Okay, let's see what this looks like. This is one of the pieces. I'm making a shorter shirt right now, but this is one of them. And I still have to go get, so this is what I'm dealing with now. It's a little very Japanese-ish because I lived in Japan. That's as you get older, you want to cover your body a little bit more. That's like, and it's great for like a cover up for whatchamacallit, for the beach, like when it's like breezy and stuff. This could be a nice cover up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to continue working on stuff. If you have any questions, or if you want to take a look at my channel, you can see that I have many different things that I'm kind of dealing with here. So the music you hear in the background is stuff that I've also produced. I'm just trying to get a few things done. The sewing needs to be done for today. So that's my focus right now, okay? My focus is to get this out of the way so I create space for my music production again. And then I don't have to, yeah. I'm just here to, to let people know it's okay to be multiple, to have different, be yourself. That's all I can say, is just be yourself. Be who you are. What happened here? Did it pull? Feels like it's pulling again. It's definitely pulling. Okay. The tricky part about sewing machines. Yeah, this is done. And then I'm going to get back into this green jacket. I have a lot to sew still. That is an interesting one. And, and this is, I also found this on Poshmark. This is it's called a sateen, but it's 100% cotton. I've never experienced using it before. You can tell it's cotton because when it shreds, when you tear it, it doesn't look like this. This is polyester and this is cotton because this is it's like silk. It's beautiful. This is definitely polished. You can tell the difference. So I'm talking about textiles today. Welcome in. So you're seeing me work on the fashion side. I think most people see me work on the music, but now you guys get a chance to see the other side of me. It's not just like, I think I generally make more money at this moment doing the fashion stuff. The music, I was teaching, I still teach and all that stuff, but I think the fashion, because I do Poshmark, it sells faster. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when you produce stuff that's product, obviously, people sell, you sell faster. It's a quicker financial stability, right? There's more chance of earning money faster than to just wait for your track to take off on social media, which doesn't always happen. Look, my sister's a successful musician and she's not making that much money selling her tracks online. It's not selling, but she has music on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. I don't even know how much she earns, but I don't think she makes that much money. So you just have to put things into perspective, right? That's how it works. And she does well. She does live performances, but I just think that that's, you know, the music industry is also kind of fickle. You have to be up with like doing multiple things, especially if you're dealing with music. I've been in the industry, in and out of the industry like most of my life, so I know how it goes, right? I mean, that's my music you're listening to in the background, so yeah, you can tell that I produce. Oops. And then the graphic design falls into place. If you do graphic design, I think if you're doing a YouTube channel, it falls right into place. Any platform for that matter. Social media, graphic design is just part of what you have to do these days, right? So I studied that as well. Okay. If anybody wants to learn how to sew, I guess I could do the basics, right? It's not really, didn't think I was going to teach people how to sew. But it's a great day. I hope everybody's having a good time. Enjoying your... I don't know what time it is on your side, but it's around 4ish on my side now. Yeah, I haven't technically... It's cold outside. I'm like, I was thinking about going outside, and I was like, nah, it's too cold. Not gonna bother with that today. I was gonna go for a walk outside, but it didn't happen. So we are working on this. Tomorrow I'm gonna get back into my fitness on YouTube. I was doing it on places like Facebook and TikTok on their lives, but I don't know. It's a little bit different. Right, so I'm back on here. I think I'm going to just utilize this time to do my exercise on YouTube. Why not? Why not? Yeah, so this is a polyester for sure. Definitely tell the difference. Oops. Yeah, I just pulled a little. In most cases, I don't know if too many people do music production and sew at the same time, but I do both because that's what I grew up doing. So that's just what I know, right? Just making sure if people are okay. Let me know if you have any questions. I mean, I can't technically see because it's a little far out, but you guys get a chance to see a view of me sewing today, right? So in most cases, you'd see me producing the music. Now I'm doing something a little bit more hands-on and sellable, right? You can sell music, but it's a lot faster to sell products. I've worked in both fields, both industries, so I sort of know a little bit about both, right? Or a lot about both. And this is a room, it's not even very big, so we have a very small space. And I'm not complaining, because when we lived in Japan, like, not everybody has huge houses there either. I mean, it's just, but you work with the situation, right? That's how it goes. That's how you deal with things. And I would technically, if I had a bigger place, I would be painting, but because we don't own the place, I have to be very responsible. So you switch to textiles, because then you don't make a mess and then the paint's not all over the place. If I was at my parents' place and they have like a huge studio in there for me, then I'd be sitting and painting, but I'm not there. I'm not living in South Africa. I'm living back in the States with my partner, and we are renting an apartment. That's what we have, an apartment. I'm just happy I have a roof over my head. That's all I can say. My parents moved back to South Africa. They were living in this area, but they moved back. And I was like, I don't feel like living in South Africa, so I moved back to the States by myself. So that's why I'm here and my parents are not. Which is fine, right? Like, I think at 46, you don't necessarily need to be living with your parents. Yeah, that's my approach. That's like, I'm too old to be there anyway. Now you just do the edges. And then I've made t-shirt like logos and stuff for t-shirts I've made on Amazon merch and then other places. But I don't know. I mean, I guess people are not as into the t-shirts as I thought they would be. I thought people would be like, oh yeah, let's go buy the shirts. No, they'd rather see like handmade stuff. Like I made these the other day. People want this stuff. This is all knitted. So I was just making this the other day, which is like this is a knitted. So I was using the knitting needles to knit wire. This is wire. And then this is also wire. Right, so you have these pieces. So these are also on my Poshmark. So I alternate. Sometimes I go off and get things, and then other times I just want to make stuff. So it's been a making season for me here. See, like this, so you can see. So necklaces. Right, this is what the other things that I'm making. Another bracelet, right? So you're seeing the other side. I never talk about this stuff. Like, this is the first time I'm technically even showing people. I mean, I might have, but I'm not like, I haven't gone deep into the fashion on here. But why not, right? Why not? So this is where I earn my money, with fashion. Right. Or should I say there's more money in fashion when you're starting off? I wouldn't know what to say. I don't know. I'm a little old now. I'm like, I don't think I fit the the presence of what people expect in the music, but at the same time being an indie artist, because I call myself an independent artist, there's nothing wrong with just like being yourself, right? I don't think you need to look or appear a certain way for the general public. I think you can just be yourself. And yeah, I'm sort of against a lot of the stuff that happens on the platforms to successfully make people look a certain way. I think just be yourself is like, and I know aesthetics is like a thing, but you can create your own aesthetics. That's my personal opinion. You can design your own clothing. You can do your own music video. You can create your own look and attire. You don't have to wait for somebody to do it for you. You can do it yourself. So that's another approach, right? Be the artist that does everything. And then you don't have to abide by people's rules. You just do it the way you want to do it. Right? Whew, polyester is special. Always fun to work with sometimes. It gets like tricky. Tricky. Hold on. I find if I spend too much time like on Facebook, I mean, I've stopped using Facebook and TikTok because there's so much more engagement that you can't, like, I can't get to my work. I can't do any of this stuff if I were constantly over connecting with the other platforms, which exactly what happened. And then I stopped doing all the things that I do. Like, I stopped making stuff. So now I'm back onto making. I'm like, I'm not going to stop doing this. This is the kind of stuff that I do. And yeah, South Africa is known for people creating like their own businesses. This is what I'm doing is nothing short of what you usually do in South Africa. You create your own jobs there. Like, there are some jobs, but most of the time you create your own job. It's a completely different mindset. The mindset is totally different there. Like, you don't expect people to give you something, you make it happen. That's South Africa. Sorry, I'm just playing the same music in the background, only because it's just, I think it's easy on the ears, right? And I can talk. And maybe people recognize the song already, so that's cool. That's a good starting point. Oops. Polyester is just, sometimes it gets really quite something there. Yeah, so I have polyester, I have cashmere, not cashmere, mohair and silk, and cotton. So all of these things, and then metal and leather. And I don't have anybody helping me. I do this on my own. So, I mean, obviously, yeah. And then I build up my Poshmark by myself. I even have a Poshmark. You know, I'm supposed to go live there, but I get anxious on Poshmark, so I just don't just don't go live there. I could. I have access to the lives on Poshmark as well, and then access to the Whatnot lives, but it's always trying to, like, I think sometimes I like to just produce, and this allows me to just produce stuff, right? So that's why I sort of enjoy being on the YouTube lives. I just do what I do, I guess, right? That's the whole thing. There's no pressure. I like the fact that there's no pressure on here. If there was pressure, I'd probably be out of here in seconds. In seconds. No pressure is the key. A little bit of pressure, but no real, like, serious problematic pressure. What's this? Oh, it came out of de-threaded. So tomorrow I'll be back on. I'm gonna just do 3 times a week now. I think now that I've set up my space and I've reorganized everything, I can get back into my fitness, because boy, have I been lacking on that. And I have a broken leg. It's like I have a implant, and because I have an implant, my exercise system has gone right out of the window. So I have to find ways to just slowly get back into doing things like normal people. So we're building up to see. I need to get back into my healthy lifestyle. That's basically what's going on here. The exercise kept me sane. Sanity is key to success in life. If you're not sane and you lose your mind half the time, like the Mad Hatter, it's not gonna happen. You gotta have. Why does that feel? Oh, okay. I can't say I'm the best sewer, but I can make stuff. It's not like it's not. Brandon's always like, oh yeah, you're like doing couture. It's not like detailed. I was like, yeah, but I'm not a tailor. I don't do tailor stuff. So, oh, my phone. Speaking of that might be a little far-fetched there. What am I doing? Looks like it might be a little bit off. Gotta check this out. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me just give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Okay. Had to check my phone quickly. I was like, oh, I got a message. I got a message. Okay. So today is just a day to sit and work on some stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to get back into my exercise, which I really need to do. Thank goodness that I hope the channel, you guys are seeing the channel on your side. Tell me what you think about the layout. I'd like to know what you guys think about the layout. How you perceive it, if it looks interesting, if it's something, if you are doing your channel, if it's something that's you might be interested in learning. It's not hard to do. It's just takes just a little bit of effort, you know. It just takes a bit of effort. I know I had to give up a little bit of my exercise to fix my channel, so now I'm getting back into it. So yeah. That looks right. So yeah, I'm not monetized yet on here. So everything I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of like gathering my thoughts up. I want to get monetized, but that's going to take a bit of time, which is okay, right? It's okay. I think it's important to identify what you need to do at certain points and then grow from there. That's the whole point. I think I was all over the place for a while. Now I'm just stabilizing myself, which is probably, I guess, important, right? Okay. I'll get back to that in a bit. Let's just fix this up. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So let's... Okay. Let's just do this again. It's not going to be perfect, I can tell. Oh well, let's just keep going. This is going to be a top. This is a top. We're going to get to that just now. I need to sew the edges first, though. Lots to do here. I'm just tidying it up so I can get this done. Then I have the other jacket I was going to sew for a little bit. So gets me some sewing time in. How about that? Yes. This is what I do during the day. Might as well have a bit of company, right? So this is the business side, right? This is like, I think when you make products, that is when you start getting into the question of business, right? I think that's, music is great. I think it's fantastic. I do it all the time, but I also find that music is also. Listen, I had done music for Big Brother Africa. I think 3 tracks in South Africa. I even have this, like, the document stating that I've done it. But I think you need to be really, honestly, I didn't get paid for it. It was more like free work. And I was a little annoyed that that happened. So I'm trying very hard not to go through that process again. People might want the music, but at the same time, I'm not prepared to lower my standard on my costs for music. If I were to, I have a certain standard for that after my experience working with Big Brother Africa. I'm not going to put myself in that situation again. So we are working it according to what I think suits my situation, right? Like standing my ground. You have to stand your ground as a musician. There's no like if, ands, or buts about it. If you have the skills, you gotta speak up. You gotta speak up. You could say to people what it is you're looking for and then do it. And if not, just keep doing your own thing, right? That's the whole process here. What am I doing here? We're going to do this again. I think I need to cut this, hey? Okay, we're going to do this again. So yeah, I think tomorrow will be the exercise day. I just want to get this done. This is one of the pieces I want to sell on Poshmark, so I need to hustle with this so I have something else to sell. I also think that when you sell things, everybody wants to buy stuff to sell, but I think you can actually make more money selling stuff that you make on a place like Poshmark, even Etsy. I just don't do Etsy. I get my textiles. Sometimes I get my fabric from there, but I don't know. I had my experience on there. I just don't do it. I have not done the Etsy thing. People have said, "Oh, you should do it." I was like, nah. They charge you every time you upload. Poshmark doesn't charge you every time you upload. That's like craziness. I was like, no, I'll take the route where they're not charging you to do the same thing. So yeah. And handmade sells on Poshmark. So give me 2 seconds. Let me get a lassenger. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, you're going to hear me with my lassenger. Okay, and then I'm going to just, in a few moments, I'm going to go back to my knitting. I know, I'm like a bit, yeah. Floopst. Hopefully get this right soon. Hold on. Gonna make a, which way was I gonna do it? This way? It's gonna be like a top, right? And you should do like the sections still. This is like an over top. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it kind of sewed itself accordingly. Hold on. Oh yeah, that actually worked out. Okay, so the measurement, believe it or not, actually did work. Okay, so what I need to do now is cut these sections and then re-sew the section at the end. So I know I have a lost syndrome in my mouth. I was coughing, so I don't want to apologize for the clicking. Excuse me. And then with these leftover pieces, since I'm all about recycling, and that's one of the reasons why I enjoy Poshmark, is that with the leftover remnants, I make these little collars. So nothing goes to waste. This is also on my Poshmark. Right. This is great with like a suit. So if you're wearing like office gear, this is like something you would wear to like put this on instead of a, I think it looks good with like an office attire. Office wear, it's very cute. So this is what I do with the leftovers. And then I have other things. So I recycle, not necessarily recycle, but I make sure that nothing is wasted, especially if it's good quality fabric. I don't want to take a chance on losing fabrics. So there's always a few ways to go about like creating things, right? Okay. I need to sew this next. So I don't know. I think one of these, I think maybe even tomorrow, I might show people like what I do in the morning, the exercise, of course, then I do my Poshmark, and then I'll go live for the music production. So I may do 3 different things at certain points of the day. so you guys can see like how my day kind of functions. Yeah. The clicking will go away just now, sorry. And then this will be repurposed onto another, possibly necklace or neck piece, whatever you want to call it. Figure it out. And I did work or apprenticed for a designer, and what I did in his studio, actually Couture House, was literally pick up fabrics and learn something about textiles, which is pretty awesome. I can't say I complained about that. That was actually pretty cool. Didn't get paid once again, but you know, I mean, life is all about, sometimes you have to, when I was much younger, of course, much younger. When you're younger, you have to expect to do things for like the experience, right? Sometimes it's not always about earning, but the experience and what you're learning out of the experience. Like, yeah. I gotta resew that section over here. Like these pieces over here I need to resew. What did I do here? Oh, I forgot to fold it in. That's what I forgot to do. Silly me. Okay, that's okay. We just modify it. Ugh. Why is this not cutting? There we go. So none of this fabric is going to go to waste. Always make an accessory out of it. That's always important. Something I learned in Japan. It was always about making sure you don't waste anything, right? That Japan is all about that. It's not just about anime. It's really literally about like a lifestyle. Buddhist, very Buddhist. It is Buddhist. It's a country full of Buddhism. And Buddhism believes in never wasting anything, making sure that nature is like the first part of your life. You know, that's like saving the planets. Japan's all about that, really. Actually, it's like a big deal. It's like a big thing. Like here in the States, I think, you know, America, I think, needs to keep an eye on Japan's like logic. It's like it works well. Like that country is fantastic because it understands. And don't forget, there are thousands of people living on a volcanic island. Japan is volcanic. I don't know if anybody knows that, but it's a volcanic island. So you have to make sure that you know, it's secure and everybody has like their own, like, making sure that they take care of their own like spaces, because Japan is just, there are lots of things that go on there, like environmentally. Tsunamis, earthquakes. Oh, the earthquakes were like crazy there. Huge earthquakes. Huge. We were always taught as kids to go underneath the table if there was an earthquake. And it happened all the time. So that was like part of the education. We learned how to protect ourselves in environmental disasters. That's what they're trained as kids. Little kids are taught these kind of things. Here, everybody panics. Oh my God, it's snowing. We can't ride or drive. Everybody panics in the States. It's like the panic. I'm like, gosh, people, it's just snow. I mean, okay, it's icy, but you don't need to scream and freak out. It's not like we have an earthquake, like a massive earthquake. People are panicking over nothing here. You're the States, I tell you. The panics. The panic attacks out of nowhere. I'm like, you guys haven't lived. You need to go overseas to see what's going on. Like, then come back and tell me, oh yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I think my channel is like, sometimes I'm like all about like lifestyle. I'm not as I'm more educational. I'm not an entertainer. That's like, I know when I've gone into other recording studio spaces, everybody's like, oh yeah, let's have fun and party. No, not quite the same here. Like I try to keep everything like, this is my life now, so that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. And I don't think being a musician, you have to be crazy. You don't have to be like nuts, right? You can be like a low-key musician and be good at what you're doing. You don't have to be like what everybody expects the people in the industry to be like. It doesn't have to be like that. And then I make clothing because sometimes you don't have like a fortune to spend on fashionable designer stuff. So you make your own stuff. That's why I do it. Sometimes I can't afford the things that I love. So I'm like, oh, well, that kind of is cool. Let me recreate that in some way. So you have to kind of work with the situation, right? That's what you do as an artist. You work with it. You work with it. At this stage, I think this is just the theme to my song, my channel. It's called "Won't Take Me Down." I think I placed it on my SoundCloud, and yeah, SoundCloud you can get monetized too, but I'm not I'm sort of over that phase. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be like this huge celebrity star musician. Like, it was never like part of my process, right? Maybe my sisters, but I was all like, I just want to produce music. I just love the production side of things, right? So I'm gonna do a show and tell tomorrow where people can walk through seeing me what I do, see what I do during the day. Like, I think the afternoons I'll do like the music production, and in the mornings I'll get my exercise in because I need to exercise. It's been on my mind. I've done my walks outside. It's been very cold. And then I have my gym equipment here. I bought my own setup. Got my own setup during like the, what is it, 2021, when all that crazy stuff was happening. It worked for a bit and then I just stopped. I don't know what happened. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Yes, you use multiple skills. Don't just, and everybody says focus on one. I was like, why focus on one? Who told you to focus on one? Who's giving you those instructions? As a Gen Xer, I'm a Gen Xer. We learned to do everything. That was like, we did not have any rules to tell us what to do. Only social media. Like I don't listen to social media. So we didn't have it growing up. So therefore I don't need to worry about listening to it because I know that I was doing just fine without it too. Now it's just a different part of society, right? So we need to kind of work with the situation. But yeah, it's not like you're going to like have a panic attack, right? Like, you don't have to listen to social media about anything. Not all of it's true. What I'm showing you is the back end of how reality looks, right? I'm not showing you. You can do the music videos and stuff, but what happens before the music? You pre-plan. It's called pre-planning. Visualize the idea. I could do a music video, but I haven't done it. I don't think I thought about. I mean, tested it out. It takes time. It takes time. It's a little bit of a different story. Yeah, so it's so funny because YouTube got my age wrong. They're like, you're too young. I was like, what do you mean too young? You mean I'm like 46? Do I not look like my age? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I've debated this question. Like, is it wrong to look younger? I mean, is that an issue? I'd like to look like my age. I wouldn't complain. I mean, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. Like, I look like a 46-year-old, but I don't know. From what I've noticed, not many people think or believe it, so I don't know. Yeah, this is going to be like a... So I need to do this first. I need to go back and do this section, right? I don't know if many people are doing 3 different areas on their platforms. I just know that if I were to teach or work in an environment, it's always like, oh, you can only focus on one field. I was like, that's BS. I'm not going to focus on one field. I've never focused on one field. I've always focused on 3 different fields at once. I hope that makes any sense. Yeah, I haven't been boxed in because I was studying the arts. The arts allows you to get the freedom. You can do what you like. Like when I did my fine arts degrees, I chose my oh shoot, I just messed up. I chose my I see I should not be talking. You see that? I just damn. Okay, I have to restow that. Hold on. I chose my my supplies. I mean, besides doing the basic paintings and stuff, I chose to use material, textile and knitting for some of my projects. They were like, yeah, right on, do it. I was like, cool. Ah, crud. I just blotched it over here. Oh my god. Let's see if we can salvage this. I don't think I can. Okay. Yeah, so I think just showing a couple of different things that I do during the day will be interesting. So people see, oh yeah, no, she does a few different areas. Yeah, I've never separated them. I haven't had a job where, well, I've had jobs and then I would get irritated because they didn't allow me to be myself, right? I just want to be myself. I just want to be what I do. I just want to do what I do. That's it. What's so hard to understand? Why does it have to be so complicated? That's what I have to know. Why do people want to make it complicated in life? And then I don't get into politics because I grew up with politics, so now I stay well away from it. I'd rather be creating, crafting stuff than to talk about political stuff, even though I did work in the US Embassy. It's just not. I don't like to get into conflict. That's all. Not my place. Not my place. So tomorrow I have to continue working on that one track. Yeah, no. Blotched. Blotched! Can't talk and sew, or cut, I guess. Figure out what to do here. Ooh, okay. Which way are we doing this? I have to say, sewing is not... I can't say it's the easier angle. But I do think that there's a practical purpose for it. I think if you're stressed out about clothing... I have a pair of leather pants that are too small for me that I bought. And there's like this huge hole in the front, which I sewed. But I'm like, maybe I should make it into a leather jacket. So I'm going to make like a bolero out of them next. I think the leather's really good and it's brand new. But with sewing skills, you could really take your closet to so many different levels. You don't have to just follow what everybody else is wearing. You can make your own stuff. Like, that's what I like about sewing, is you could just make your own stuff and be your own creative force. You're creative, your own being, right? You don't have to like be what everybody else expects you to be. Just do your own thing. That's what I like about, honestly, what I really like about. Okay, yeah, that looks relatively even. So we're going to one side is a little... Okay, so I'm going to sew that again, like this. Welcome in. Sorry, I can't really see what's on the screen, but you can hear me talk, so that's fine, right? I am sewing today. I usually produce music on the lives, but we're switching out some ideas, so I'm kind of showing you the other side of my channel. If I turn the screen, then you see my production side, right? That's my little production side. And this is what I'm doing today. The sewing side. Where are my other bobbins? I'm sure I had more, right? I'm sure I had more than 2. It's not gonna work. Okay. So I think last week I went live and I spoke about how to create your websites by creating a catalog. So we're just being a little bit more intentional on how I go about doing the lives. If I'm going to do a bit about fashion, I'm going to do a bit about fashion. So from catalogs to actually sewing, I mean, that's part of the textile. And then Devil Wears Prada comes out, so it's a very fashion-orientated season, right? Then we had the Met Gala, all that stuff. Wearable art wasn't the Met Gala all about wearable art this year? I don't remember. I have to double check. I should check that out. Wait. I think it was about like wearing your arts, right? Being artistic in your wear. So I make product to sell, if that makes any sense. I don't just make it for making it. I actually make it because I earn with it, right? I just blotched this one beautifully. That's great. I'll have to see how I'm going to fix that problem. I don't know. Maybe I'll add a badge to that one. Just see. And maybe something. Maybe I can sew. Oh, I can sew it inside. Okay. We could do that. We can do that, I think. Hold on. No. Yeah. No. Yay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's do this side now. Oh boy. Wait. So I'm gonna make, if I can do 3 days a week, that would be good. 3 days a week? I should be able to. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Just gives me more practice, right? That's important. think I have to do more to this, but let's just see. So it's like a top for a top over top, right? I think I need to do, it's not bad. This is like the starting point to something, right? I think I should do, let me see. Actually, it could work. I feel like I need to hem that a little bit more. Hem that a little bit more, like edges. Put the edges on there. Maybe. Let's see. Ooh, 5. I'm gonna feed you to sound. Dior. Hold on. You can technically. Let me just see what this does. Oh, that doesn't work too well. Oops. Yeah, that's a completely different top. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's a completely different top. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, okay? Arigatou gozaimashita. Matashita sayonara. Janai bye-bye. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along for topics, questions, ideas, concepts, whatever it is that you're looking for. I got a lot of things on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again. Have a good one. Thanks for coming over.